Right, so today I'm going to be fitting the kitchen Smev unit. I've already cut a template into the box that it actually came in, and I'm going to use that. I'm just going to cut this top slice out, and then I'm going to use that on a piece of the black sparkle worktop that I've got. I've already cut a piece out that's 100 by 50, so I'm just going to get the template out of the van and use that for this. Cut that out, and then that should be the worktop for the Smev sorted. So there's the template cut. Might need a little bit of fettling because I cut it quite tight to the template, just because the template was made out of cardboard, so I'd rather cut it a little bit tight and just shave out little bits rather than cut it too loose and then realise I've overcut. So I'm going to do a test fit, see if it goes in. If it doesn't, make a few little adjustments here and there, but in theory that should be pretty close to what's needed. Well, that's the unit test fitted and in. It took a few more trims here and there. But as I say, that's just because I cut it, drew the template really tight, just to be sure that I was going to be undercutting rather than overcutting. And thankfully I've got a nice seal going all the way around. Well, not a seal, but a join. You can't see any gaps, which is good. And underneath it's looking nice and neat. I've cut all of the mounting hole jut outs as well, one on either side, and all of the cutouts for the hinges. So that's about ready to go in now, or ready to have the unit built around it anyway, but it's ready to be fitted into this worktop anyway, and next stage is build all the cupboards around it. Well, I've got the basic shape of the frame coming together. That's the front panel and the side panel. It is going to overhang ever so slightly in front of the sliding door, but only by about 5 to 10 centimetres, so I'm not concerned about that in the slightest. By the time you open the sliding door, even if the sliding door is fully open, it's going to be pretty much level with where the unit's going to go up to anyway, so I'm fine with that. So I'm going to get the worktop on, get that fitted, and get the other panel in there to go up and over where I've boxed around the wheel arch next to where the toilet bathroom section is going to be. So I've got one more panel to cut to go there, then I'm going to fix these on, get the hob fitted, and then that'll be the kitchen area fitted. Right, so I'm just about to cut the hole out for the gas locker. I've made it 50 centimetres high, 30 wide. That should be big enough to fit a 6 kilo tank. That's the one I normally take away with me. It lasts a lot longer than the smaller 4.5 kilo ones, so I'm going to get this cut out. I've already drilled the pilot holes, drew the template, so I'm going to get that cut. Then I'm going to get it mounted on the continuous piano type hinge, just for easy access, just to get it open and closed. Right, so I've just cut some holes out for the front of the kitchen unit. The Smev unit will sit on top. That's going to be the front face inside, so that's going to be pretty much for water access, going to be for beneath the sink. That's going to be just general access beneath the hob. On that side I haven't put the door on there, I'm going to have like a side door on, and that's going to be the gas bottle storage behind there with a panel there that I've already cut the hole out for as well, and that's going to be for the gas locker. So it's coming along. Just need to start screwing it all together, get the hinges on for the doors and see how it looks. Well, the kitchen unit's coming along now. I've just started assembling panels together. I've also cut a nice big shelf, so that's going to sit beneath the Smev unit but above the gas bottle, just to seal off the actual sink and Smev from anything underneath. I'm also blocking in the complete gas bottle. That's going to basically be just a dedicated gas locker itself. I'm going to line all the sides with metal, and then I'm going to have two nice big under sink storage units as well. So I'm going to start screwing all these bits together, get the shelf in place, get the worktop on and get the sink in. Right, so I'm just about to sort the gas connections out for the Smev unit. The Smev itself's only got a straight end on it. That's it there. There's no connection coupler or anything, so you need a full straight through coupler. One of those, just connect straight to the pipe. And again, I've just put a tiny little drop out hole there as well, just in case there are any issues, and that's just going to drop straight down into the gas locker and then straight through the gas drop out hole in the locker as well. In theory though, there shouldn't be any issues, so I'm just going to get this connected and give it a test. Right, so the Smev unit's now ready to mount. I've put a full bead of Sikaflex going all the way around, just to be sure, just so I'm going to be getting a good seal. I've already test fitted it with the rubber seal going around the metal lip, and that's fine, but I just want to be extra certain, especially around where the sink's going to be going. I don't want any water ingress trying to get in between the unit and the worktop. So that's now ready to go in, get screwed in, then get the gas pipe connected and get the actual unit pushed back against the wall. I've unscrewed the gas connection from the panel at the moment, just so I can pull the unit out, just so I can then get in from behind the unit and rearrange the shelving, the divider for the different compartments, and to be able to just make sure that everything's right in places there as well. So I'm going to get the unit up, mounted, in place, get it all screwed in and get the gas on. Clean that up, that's just where I had that little bit of excess poking through, but it's a good fit, good seal. It just needs a little bit of clean up on the other side. I only put that extra little bit on that side as well, just because I did cut the template just that little bit tight. So as I say, I just want to be 100% sure that there's not going to be any water getting in between there. So I'll give that a wipe down and get the screw fixings in place and crack on. Right, so that's the hob fully secured into the top. All screwed down, secured down. All of these Sikaflexes all being cleaned up as well around the side. So it's going to be, it still needs a wet wipe down, but the vast majority of it's gone. I just need to do the gas now. But because of the way that I've already constructed the units and ran the gas pipes through, I'm having to just lift the unit up just so that I can then get the gas pipe connected, and then I can secure the unit to the top to the units, and then push the units back up and get everything connected. So I'm going to get the other end of the compression fitting on the gas pipe. I've already fitted the one on the end of the Smev, so I just need to fit the one onto that side, and then that's the gas wiring for the hob. So there's the coupling connecting for the gas, all joined up. Should be a good seal. As I say, it's all going to be tested before it's all going to get used anyway, but obviously it all needs connecting just to even test. So that's all on. I just need to mount the worktop in place and should be good to go. So one of today's jobs is going to be fitting a Microswitch tap into the Smev unit. The Microswitch tap needs to be connected to a submersible pump or a kind of water pump, otherwise we're not going to get any water to it. So it's all going to get connected underneath here. So the tap's already got a cut hole out in the Smev unit there, and I've already brought the cabling through for the taps, and that runs out of the side panel, along the floor, under the side step and around the step, back and into the power and up there for the switch. It's on its own individual switch for the taps. So I'm going to get the tap mounted in place, get the wiring in place for the tap going into the submersible pump and back onto the wiring, and I'll show you how it all wires up and get it all wired and working. So that's how the tap mounts through the hole, and we've got a securing nut and bracket for the other side as well. So those go on from underneath and just secure and screw up onto there. So I'm going to get this secured on and start the wiring. Right, so now the tap's secured in place. If you had an external water pump, you could literally just wire the tap to any power source that you've got and put the water hose onto a water source, but as I say, you would need an external pump for that. I'm going to be having a submersible pump, so that's going to sit in between the wiring for the tap and the power, so I'm going to get that and get that wired on. Right, so that's the positive of the tap just fed to the positive of the feed. If you were just wiring the tap and not a submersible pump, you just wire the negative straight back to the power feed as well. But because I'm wiring in a submersible pump that I want activated only when I turn the Microswitch tap on, now the negative goes to the positive of the pump. Right, so that's all the wiring complete. So as I say, it's just positive from your power supply to the positive of the tap, negative of the tap to the positive of the pump, then negative of the pump back to the negative of the power supply. So that's all the wiring complete. I just need to now put the hose on for the pump to go up to the intake on the tap at the top there, just the blue one, and get a waste pipe connected, and that is the tap and sink all wired in. Well, just because I can't get enough of cutting holes in the base of my van, I figure I might as well cut a hole for the waste pipe as well, rather than just having a waste container that you're constantly having to empty under the sink like I had last time. This time I'm going to punch a hole straight through the floor plan, and then there's going to be enough flexing cable on that to feed it all the way down into the bottom and then out into a wastewater carrier. So I've already drilled a pilot hole just right in the corner. I've been under the van, up down, I don't know how many times, just trying to make sure I was getting the right position where I wasn't going to be hitting any beams underneath, making sure I wasn't going to be puncturing into any brake lines or anything like that. The pilot holes came through in a fine position, so now I'm just going to widen that out with a hole saw. Obviously you want to make sure that the hole saw you're using is big enough for the pipe to fit through, so that one should be fine. So I'm going to get this widened out. I've already got the fresh water connected to the tap, so once this is on I will have a fully functioning tap with drainage system. Right, I've just drilled the hole, so I'm just about to go underneath the van and give it a lick of paint. As with any holes that you cut in, you always want to be making sure you give some primer or something just to protect them. The actual metalwork that you've just cut, I'm just about to slap on some hammerite just to be sure that there's going to be no rust that's going to be appearing. So I'm going to go under the van, give that some paint around the hole, and then I'll get the waste pipe. Right, so that is now the Smev unit, fully finished off, completely installed, fully working, fully tested, and I've been away and been using it and it's all been fine. So the unit itself, as I say, the entire Smev unit's been cut into the worktop using the template that I showed earlier in the video. The gas piping goes beneath the worktop and folds down into the shut-off valve there in the gas locker, and then that goes down into the gas bottle. So that's that side. As I say, that unit is all being fully metal lined as well within the Smev unit, so this is now officially a metal lined gas locker, and this has been signed off by a caravan safety engineer as well. So if you want to have a look and see how I've made the metal lined locker within the Smev unit, have a look at my channel. There's a full video explaining how I've done just the metal lined locker. So going around the unit, I've also cut a couple of holes down in the front of the unit as well. That's just for general storage. Under there I have a 5-gallon water container that's connected to a submersible tap. That's just in there just to stop water splashing about when I'm driving. I've also got a wastewater pipe going down, and that's feeding underneath the van, just so any water that's running out of the sink itself runs under the van, and then if you've got a wastewater collector under the van, just put it underneath the tub, underneath the pipe, and then that'll just run straight into a collection tub. So I'd say that's quite a good size cupboard, that one. I've got plenty of space for pots and pans at the back, kettles, full plates, utilities, this, that, the other. And then just in the other side I've got again just a nice, slightly narrower cupboard, and that's got more emergency water, utilities, like your washing up liquid, cooking oil, this, that, the other. That's just where I've been using that as well. Above them I've fully boxed off the Smev unit underneath it. So if you're just looking around, it just looks like a nice plain cupboard, but not all of these top panels, they're just basically sat on hinges. So if I did need to do any work to the hob, those top panels can just lift up, slide out. Same with the lid in the gas locker, that can lift up and slide off, just so I can then gain access to the Smev unit itself. So the Smev, I've gone for the 2-burner and a sink option. I wanted the sink on the left hand side because I've also got a toilet utility area there. Have a look at my channel to see how I've made that. But obviously with the toilet being there, I wanted to have a sink right next to it, just so then if you do ever use the toilet you can clean up straight away. The sink, the tap is, as I say, connected to a submersible pump under there. So if I turn the taps on, then that should start working. And I've shown how to connect the tap to the submersible pump with the wiring earlier in the video as well. So now if I just turn the gas on, I'll show you the hob. And there we go. It's working flame coming from the hob. That's straight from the gas supply underneath. So just turn that back off. Shut my gas back off. Close my gas locker. Shut the lids down on the Smev unit. Close my doors. And there you go, that is how I've built my fully self-contained Smev cooking unit with a metal lined gas locker, as well as full storage cupboards for water, utilities, everything else underneath it as well. So there you go. I hope you found the video useful. If you did, by all means have a look at my channel. I'm pretty much documenting the entire conversion of this high top on there. It's been turned from just a bog standard basic panel van straight into what you see here, which is quite a nice high top camper van with full conversion inside. So if you found the video useful, please rate it below. Do feel free to subscribe as well. I'm going to be releasing more videos. I still haven't finished uploading everything in regards to this conversion yet. So have a look at my channel, there's loads more other videos on there. Feel free to subscribe for future videos as they come. And as I said, please rate the video below. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, feel free to leave any comments. I will reply to any comments that I did receive as well. So there you go, that is how I have made and fitted my Smev 9222 cooking unit into my VWT4 high top.